Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Collider Video and this regular gang of morons. So we're going to be sitting around watching Star Wars. We know we tried to get all 6 original Star Wars films done before The Force Awakens came. Schedules just didn't work. We could, but we did get the prequels all knocked out.
Thank God.
But now it's time for us to get to the good fucking stuff. Now we get to Star Wars A New Hope, one of the most influential motion pictures of all time. Super stoked about this. Of course, joining me is Mark.
Hey, by round of applause, how many of you guys have actually seen this movie already?
For the people watching out on the internet, is that round of applause?
I've seen this movie at least 200 times, but I've never talked as much during it as I'm about to right now.
That's right. Me neither. I've seen this film.
That's John Schnepp.
Hey, what's
Mark,
up?
hold your mic a
going
little bit
on?
closer. It's going to be different.
I don't think I've seen this movie 200 times, but I've seen it many, many, many times. I don't know which tainted version we're watching, but I don't like the ones with all the added special effects, which is what we're going to be watching. So I'm looking for
the only ones that are left.
What is it called? The despecialized version?
Just to be clear, we're not doing the despecialized version.
That's not.
We are doing the one that we've got right now from Amazon. This is the 121-minute version one. Should be the standard one that's out there right now.
The one with Jabba the Hutt in it, and it's Han Solo stepping. Spoilers: Han Solo stepping on Jabba's. If you're watching this, you better have seen the movie already. That's all I can say.
And Kristian Harloff.
Yeah, and I think out of all the ones that have the special features, the new special editions, Empire probably has the least amount. This one, there's some stuff that we'll comment on for sure, but I think Jedi has actually suffered the worst. So I think for the most part, this is the same type of experience that we get when we watch A New Hope. And I have watched this. I think I watched Empire the most. And then this one. I mean, there's still, every time I watch this movie, there's something magical about it. So.
I wonder if someone in this movie is related to Rey.
Yeah, maybe.
It didn't take long.
I wonder, is Conja Club in Mos Eisley? Is that where they're located?
I'm sure that's the chapter. That's the Tatooine chapter of Conja Club.
I know nothing.
Probably there.
I know nothing about it.
All right,
Tell
so
us
just
about
to let you
Conja
guys
Club.
know,
Tell us.
You're not going to be one iota smarter after watching this commentary with us. We hope for you, this is just a good excuse to sit down and watch Star Wars: A New Hope.
You might be
again.
one iota dumber, to be honest.
You might be a little bit dumber, thanks to us. But, we're sitting down and we're all watching the movie together. Thanks for joining us. So now I've got it all paused up there. Just to give you an opportunity to sync, the 20th Century Fox fanfare is playing right now. It's going, and now coming up on screen is the Lucasfilm logo limited. It's coming up. Once again, we can't put the movie on screen in the corner for you guys to see because that's a massive violation of copyright. And now
here we go.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, you should all be queued up now. Greatest words ever, by the way. Woo! And it starts.
Look at how fast it goes. Did it always go that fast?
Yeah. It's faster
that
than
is
it was.
Speedy.
It's faster than it's in A New Hope,
like
isn't it? Or in Phantom Menace.
Well, it's the 121-minute version. They had
Greatest
to
fanfare ever is this music to any opening.
And you imagine, when this came out in 1977, people had no idea what the hell was about to hit
When
them.
it came out in 1977, it wasn't called A New Hope. I
No,
saw this film when I was a little kid.
It just came up.
And it just said Star Wars, and then bam.
Or was it called A New Hope and it didn't say Episode 4?
Hey, here's some interesting
called A New
trivia.
Hope originally.
Okay, right.
Brian De Palma wrote this opening crawl.
Yep.
Yeah, because George Lucas was writing some terrible stuff for the opening crawl.
Yep.
Brian De Palma
was ripping on him.
iconic
He
Brian
had,
De Palma.
well, he had a bunch of people look at it too. Because Francis Ford Coppola looked at it, and then and Brian De Palma's like, "Give me that thing," and then he wrote it. And there we go.
Really, it introduces you to a small band of rebels against the Galactic Empire.
Who are the spies going to be in Rogue One? They mentioned the spies.
Right, totally.
They stole plans of the Death Star, and it just sets you up so well for this movie. And then the shot you're about to see, I remember my parents describing it to me because I'm not quite as old as Schnepp, where they were sitting in a theater. And it just, you couldn't believe that you were seeing something the size of that Star Destroyer.
Totally.
Oh, it was revolutionary, man.
And
which
when
we're
you're
about to
watching
see.
this today, it's like, you got to remember, this wasn't CGI.
Right.
This was this thing called models.
Awesome models,
that they
kit busting,
All right, here we
creating
go,
all
here
this
we go.
amazing spaceship technology.
And then the iconic pan down. I wonder what that plant is in the background.
Ooh, that's no moon.
That's new. I think those two worlds are new for the special edition.
That's right.
And then, of course, the Corellian
It's
Corvette.
moving at It is moving fast.
See, that looks
the
cool
whole
enough.
the whole
then-
thing's moving fast.
This is iconic now. It keeps going and going. How many times has this been spoofed
Wow,
in
look how
movies?
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
did
I'll
such
tell you
a
that
great
about the
job.
special
Yes.
edition. I mean, look how clear that looks.
I
That is
break
I
through
think
that
a lot of people didn't understand science fiction did that. In Saturn III, they have an opening. They're like, that's just how you do science fiction.
right.
Amazing.
Oh no! And introduced to the two greatest characters in Star Wars.
Yeah, and C-3PO's bizarro cousin.
Yeah.
That's right. The all-silver edition.
That's a lot of storage.
Really,
That's a lot of cabinet space in those hallways.
it still is really so ballsy that he led with 2 droids.
Yeah.
I mean, so ballsy. Great move too.
Look at these optimistic guys. They think they're going to hold
Yeah.
off the entire Imperial army from coming through the door.
You wonder if you're going to see this uniform again in Rogue One. It's a pretty sweet uniform.
I
That's
would love
I
back
to
didn't
in
see
even
it.
think
style
about
now.
that.
Yeah.
It's kind of back, you
Plus,
know.
the helmets are really cool.
Yeah, like little 70s egg shapes.
Yeah. High-lie helmets.
Yeah.
And I never knew when I was a kid, like the fact that they were sucking them up there too. It's just,
Totally.
yeah, and they were boarding through that way. It was amazing.
Now, here's the thing. How embarrassing would you be if you're these rebel, defenders here, and they come in through the other door?
Right. Not only would you be embarrassed,
Sorry.
but you'd be even quickly
Even
deader.
more quickly.
Deader.
But they're
fried.
even set up for them. They still get wrecked.
Yeah.
I know, right?
And this is when the stormtroopers were actually looked kind of menacing.
Well, yeah, they never look menacing again after this scene.
No, but they actually hit their targets here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that stormtrooper right there was
Yeah.
Daniel Craig's dad.
I want to hear traitor somewhere. Traitor! But it's not going to happen for a while.
But this also shows that Vader wasn't. I mean, Vader's super powerful now, but like if it was the Vader of today, the way they wrote him in, he would have just walked in and wrecked everybody. Like, I like how he sits back and waits and
Yeah,
then
he
steps
sends
in.
in the schlubs to do
Yeah,
the-
he doesn't
the
need to
dirty
come
work.
in.
Yeah, particularly in the original trilogy, Vader had a flair for the dramatic. Like, he had entrance music.
Well, I don't think the Empire theme was actually even in this, is it?
Now,
Not
how
the
lucky
best
is
time
that?
to cross the
How,
street.
I
like,
know, right?
like, why would you cross the road now?
Little
There
comedy.
was nobody there a
Little
minute ago.
comedy.
Nobody was there shooting lasers down the hallway a minute ago, and there he is, the best screen villain in the history of film.
And I love the saber hanging there. Just
Mhm.
yeah,
Right now, in the costume, David Prowse like, oh, look, you killed all the stormtroopers.
That's right. I don't think you're going to hear my voice in this film ever.
A spot of tea.
Tell me where those plans are.
remember when Star Wars used SD cards?
It's a floppy disk.
just the mystery behind this shot too. Like not. He was so. I mean, he really did a great job directing this first film. Like,
Oh, he really,
he really
absolutely
did.
he
You don't like you just see her for a second and
Yeah.
then she's gone. I mean, like that's the subtle stuff that Lucas did so well in this movie.
I had to wait many years to get an R2-D2 with that third leg.
Oh, the,
yeah.
Remember they came out with
yeah.
the extra
You
tripod
could always get
leg?
a bunch of them with just the 2 legs, but
Yeah.
getting the third one. Ever see the Family Guy spoof of this?
No.
Oh, Blue Harvest.
R2D2 is Cleveland. And he's actually touting around a bag of weed. Now, if we get caught, this ain't mine.
Now's the part where
Yeah.
I eat the cheese fries.
And he doesn't use a force choke here. It's pure.
Oh no, it's far more menacing.
brutality,
Just
yeah.
grab him.
Love it. I love that the stormtroopers are standing by like this is natural. This happens all the time.
Don't draw attention to yourself.
Yep.
Don't draw attention to yourself.
That's Antilles, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think it is.
You saw that little spoof online where they put in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice
Yeah, it's
over the
best.
thing.
And they did the one with young Anakin also.
Oh, did they?
Really good.
Oh dear, I haven't seen that one. So she decides it's a good idea to jump out and take one shot at 3 stormtroopers.
Yeah, and she shoots him, and then they don't give a shit about their buddy. Still stun her.
It's a nice shot.
She'll be all right.
So her plan was take one shot and run down this open hallway with no cover.
Bring her back to my hotel room and we'll
What's the best? What's
She's
the
not
best
a
with that?
very good
She'll be all
strategist.
right. Like the rest of the stormtroopers, like, who gives a shit if she's all right? She just killed Ted.
And right away, they introduced the dynamic between R2
Yeah.
and 3PO, which
The
is just
Smothers
so
Brothers.
awesome. I like how rough shape he looks in.
It's got a lot of
And-
carbon scoring. It looks like those
So wait a
boys have seen
second.
some action.
They got a droid who's not moving, standing still, and they missed.
Yeah.
They hit the wall.
Okay, wait. I want to point out the first guy the Empire should have fired.
This
This
guy.
guy. Shoot it anyway.
That's what they said. The
Shoot
family guy
it
was like,
anyway.
wait, are we on a laser shot budget?
Yes.
Right.
Can we not
That's right.
afford the
It
laser
costs
shot?
quite a lot of money to shoot
Imagine
that
Vader
cannon.
calling that guy into his office Monday morning. Hey, so I'm looking at the security camera feed.
They-
You had a shot.
They explain. I forgot how she does it, but Claudia Gray explains that scene. Like she's
In Lost Stars?
What? Why they didn't shoot it?
yeah.
You know what? You're right. They do go into that scene. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
I can't remember
the
why, but
exact
she
wording of
explains
it, though.
why, and it's actually explained fairly well.
And then that guy's fired.
Hi, Dad. You said I could have the car.
Stop speaking in that weird English accent.
Why don't you shake your finger at me like a dad does?
Does anyone know?
Your lips aren't even moving. Your hair looks stupid.
No daughter of mine is going out with buns like that.
Do we know
Cover up.
when this was filmed? Like, was this one of the first things that they filmed?
Oh, I don't know if they shot it linearly or not. This guy's pretty ballsy, kind of.
Yeah.
Vader, you crazy. What are you doing?
But, you know, every Star Wars movie, whether it's him and then later here it's Tarkin, like, Vader always respects a few of the humans
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
are lurking. He will force choke you eventually.
If you fail him.
Yeah.
That's
Otherwise,
what
you
I
respect
always.
it.
That's why I always liked. Like even when she says later on, like I knew you were holding Vader's leash, or whatever.
There you go. See, Vader knows. He's hitting the plans.
Oh, yeah, because Vader just wanted a free vacation to Tatooine.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, we're gonna take
no, you blow up the escape pod.
So why is it leaving? Why is the Star Destroyer leaving? Difficult tracks to follow. Very difficult tracks to follow. Now, in a second, I don't know if they took it out in the special edition or not. In a second here, there should be a pan shot with a giant
Dinosaur.
skeleton. I always want to know the story behind that.
Yeah.
It's a leftover from Dune.
It's the worm
Yeah.
skeleton.
I thought they mentioned that in the how Star Wars Conquer the Universe. Doesn't he talk about those bones?
I don't recall.
I thought he did.
I never noticed before in the background you saw the escape pod and like the little crater it made
Yeah.
and like
Mm-hmm.
that was not a comfy landing.
Oh, they're robots. So.
They're still they
I
still
don't think you
feel-
understand. They don't have any nerve endings.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. R2 is in low power mode when it
That's
crashed,
right.
so he was fine.
But this is a great example of what people talk about in the original trilogy of it feeling like the used universe.
Yeah.
Like just look at 3PO and R2 right now. Like they
They're
look
wrecked.
battered and worn
Yeah.
and dirty and
And I believe that this is a different planet. Like I never once do I think that I'm anywhere except Tatooine.
yeah.
And just think about the other science fiction that was offered to fans in 1977.
Right.
It does not hold up. I don't know why. I don't know how this holds up so much better than pretty much everything else from that era.
Sure. Like I saw Logan's Run like
Yeah.
the year before. It's like I was a little sweaty nerd kid going to see these science fiction films.
And
was
this did not have the
incredible.
budget of all the other Star Wars movies. This is an independent
Yeah,
movie we're
6-7
watching,
million.
guys.
Yeah.
And the John Williams score, man.
Yeah.
Like you know everything just from this song alone. You know, like
You know,
this poor
you're
bastard's
instantly
been
taken
walking.
to the
Yeah,
scene,
and you know exactly what it's like. It's been going on. His walk has been going on forever.
This is what anytime I'm running for longer than 20 minutes, this is the
song plays.
music
Yeah.
I think of.
There it is. There's the bones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they explained that in the book.
His legs all kind of gnarled up too.
It's like a giant sand snake.
Yeah.
And you even notice that he at some point he had different restraining bolts on his chest that have been removed. Like
Mhm.
just all this thought and detail went into it.
Over here. So much detail, like even this costume and everything.
I gotta say, C-3PO looks more metallic in this Star Wars movie than in the new one, The Force
Yeah.
Awakens.
So that sunset was not there in the original one. This was just
that's
like
a
filmed at
special
dusk.
edition.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, it's a spectacular looking sunset. There are a few things they did when they special
Yeah,
editionized
sure.
things things
Yeah.
that are
The simple things like
improvements.
that
Yeah.
work.
And-
like
and-
even in Bespin
yeah.
and in Empire, that stuff works.
But
It's
even the bigger scenes later on, and I'll point it out when it happens, that's foreshadowing, kids, is I liked some of them at the time because it was new. And it proved George Lucas is playing around with effects because he's making these 3 new movies
Yeah.
and he's just like kind of trying out new material. You
But
know?
this is like the Blu-ray changes though. Like when he kept tinkering with it, like, we're gonna get the NASCAR fans screaming a little bit, and we'll talk about that when it happens.
For the longest time as a kid, I thought the Jawa yelled Houdini. And I would argue with my mother, no, why does he say Houdini? He doesn't say Houdini. Yes, he does, Mom. Houdini!
Here comes.
It's like, are they fans? And R2's scream is awesome. Yeah, I just imagine he's swearing at the Jawas as he's passing out.
There's actually a rumor that there's going to be a next anthology film as those two Jawas.
Here it is. See, I thought for sure he said Houdini. I don't know why. I was just convinced.
These are the. I mean, these were the Ewoks before the Ewoks were the Ewoks. Like they have a lot of the same kind of voices, and listen to the voices.
Totally.
Has there ever been a piece of canon, novel, comic book, art of Star Wars book at all that showed what the Jawas look like under their robes?
No.
Yeah, they never have. They've always maintained the mystery.
In Legends, I don't know about in Legends.
Even in Legends, I can't
Legends,
recall
I don't
anything
know.
in
So
Legends
many,
showing it
nothing
either.
in new canon.
I'm gonna guess like a cross between Rhea Perlman and Danny DeVito.
I think they look like those shrunken creatures from Phantasm.
I love that.
Dink, 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 dink.
This
dink,
is like
dink,
we are
dink.
not watching this movie if Ralph McQuarrie is never born, though. I'll tell you that. He's the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
reason.
no, that's true.
Yeah.
the whole reason this movie was made.
I always remember
everything.
thinking the sandcrawler was the coolest thing ever.
Everything that guy designed, it's like he created. It's like look, George Lucas created it, the characters not in his mind, but that look, McQuarrie gets recognition, but needs to get more.
Yeah.
The Sandcrawler is probably the closest representation to Christian and I's office at Collider because it's just dirty as all hell. There's a lot of cool shit in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dirty. I'd say cluttered.
And lots of Jawas.
And every once in a while, we throw a new staff member in there
Yeah.
that we find in the Dune wastelands.
Yeah.
Mr. Campea, this R2 unit has a bad motivator.
This thing was cool too.
I had that weird thing as an action figure. I don't even know what it's called.
I think I did too, yeah.
I love the
Boom.
even the guy. You're all feisty, little one.
That
Right.
power
That's
droid
for Jedi.
pops
That's
up in
Oh,
Force
well,
Awakens.
This one,
This
good.
big
It's got
box
the evil
power droid.
torturing
Yeah.
one
Oh,
that
where is he?
burns the feet.
He was just in the shot.
that
a second.
Jedi
You'll see him
also?
again here in a second. He'll
No,
go walk
where
away.
in
is this
Force
one?
Awakens is he?
He's on the he's in the Resistance base, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Oh,
The boxy power droid.
Yeah.
He pops up. There he is.
yep. Yeah, he is.
That is from Silent Running. That's an ode to the science fiction
That
film
is?
Silent Running. Yeah,
Wow.
I think
Those
that's the fridge that kept Harrison Ford safe.
Those
in,
are the three. Those are the
Kingdom of the
three.
Crystal Skull.
Those are the three power droids that were on the outside of the ship in Silent Running.
Mhm.
That thing is in Maz Kanata's castle. That head.
That thing
Really?
is
Yeah, I
in the
thought so.
Warrens in The Conjuring. That's in their like basement of goodies.
Oh, too.
Yeah, that thing's right next to Annabelle.
See, and at first,
It is
I
haunted
thought
droid.
C-3PO was like dancing with happiness. I didn't realize the first time I saw it, I thought, it is you. And he's like dancing with joy.
You are right. His and now the Jawas gave him new power.
Yeah,
couplings
that's special
on his
edition,
chest.
obviously.
Here's-
And this is
yeah.
where it looks very CGI.
Yeah.
I think that looks cool.
Yeah,
But remember when this special edition was done in like 1990
Yeah,
something?
97.
It was like
And
this
again,
was revolutionary.
As a fan of Star Wars, seeing it on the big screen again, seeing that George Lucas is playing around with new technology, I love seeing a scene like this.
it doesn't hurt anything, it's just not necessary.
It's a totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
The dewbacks look a little different. They had thicker legs in the original one.
Those are droids.
Are
I
you,
always love
are you
that.
sure just a dude didn't drop a metal ring? Nope, it's got to be droids.
Look at that. I mean, that
That's
looks
awesome.
Yeah,
That looks-
man.
that
It looks
was
like
awesome.
it's actually moving along. I don't wonder how the Jawas.
That is, I think
constructed
that's been
that thing.
redone. I think that one shot has been redone.
But it's still
the
the
Sandcrawler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me though.
Yeah.
We're doomed.
You know, if R2 remembered he could fly, he would have just flown
Yeah.
over that little canyon.
Well, you know, it was when he got shot by the Jawas. It showed it out some of his memory.
If you guys hear someone talking, it's Wendy in the background. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
She's conducting business
she's
while
doing
we're sitting here
business,
watching
yeah.
a movie. Don't shoot,
I
man.
do.
They just
I love the way this movie takes its time with. I love the pacing of A New Hope for this reason. Is that it's going to take its time to get you into the story and into these characters. It doesn't feel pressure into rushing you into, okay, we got this boy, and then we got a princess, and we got to save her, and then there's Han and Chewie. Like, it really lets you marinate.
They are
in
the
this
keys.
world.
They are the keys. They're the introduction to the world.
It
That's
also
what
takes
they are.
place in 1977 in a slower paced world.
Right.
films
Right.
weren't like ADD like they are now.
I feel
so.
inspired. Do you guys want to make a
Look
movie?
how
after
tall those two
Yeah,
Jawas are. That's like
right,
the
those two Jawas were super
like
tall.
the Shaquille O'Neals of Jawas.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest hero in the galaxy, Uncle Owen.
He aged.
Yeah, Joel Edgerton does not
Looks
look
like
good.
garbage.
Joel Edgerton.
See, that's like my mom. She would always be calling my name at the mall. John.
So that's where they all live. Like that's where they all slept.
Mhm.
You could totally hear Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru going at it at night.
Yeah.
If it's like circular echo.
Well, why do you think Luke wanted to get off planet? Why do you think he wanted to go join the rebellion?
Why do you think he was always hitting those womp rats with his T16, whatever the hell it's called?
So he didn't have to listen to them.
out of
He
here.
didn't have to listen to him.
Oh,
hitting them
Beru,
all
let's do it in the back door tonight. Oh, Uncle Owen!
He's just chugging blue milk. Like, make me forget, please, God.
It's like,
Now think about this: if this R5 does not blow that bad
Whole
motivator,
movie's over.
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
it. The Star Wars saga stops right there.
Yeah.
Well, and also C-3PO right now is basically his own salesman because Uncle Owen was not going to get a protocol droid.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and C3 was just going to leave his boy behind too.
Well,
He
had no
kinda
choice.
was.
There you go. Here's the line.
Whiniest line in the
Whiny
entire trilogy.
line in the entire.
It only
movie.
gets better from here, Luke.
Definitely Hayden Christensen's son.
Power
Yeah.
converters.
I hate sand. I don't
Come on,
hate sand
Red.
as much though.
I like that weird orb, that half orb.
Yeah,
I love that he calls him
like
red.
a potato bug or something.
Yeah, right?
What do they use on him here? A little restraint thing?
I always pictured C-3PO being pretty sad about this.
He's sad, but he doesn't give a crap.
Well, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. He could say something. He knows a lot of languages.
I think C-3PO knows that R2 is going to be around in the desert. Like they're not going to be too far apart.
I love this reaction by the Jawa.
Isn't that like? Doesn't that look like an older steampunk version of a Dalek from Doctor Who?
Totally.
Was it like? Where is he? Go back to the shot there. Oh, no, it's out of the shot. No, it's not there. It was totally there. No, it's gone.
Your
What
little
is it?
Doctor Who
Ah.
fantasy ruined.
You made that up in your own head.
Yeah, it's totally gone.
All right. Gang's back together.
That's right.
Right after this, Kenny Baker got out and kicked Anthony Daniels in the balls.
That's right.
My dad?
Now, is that the T16 thing right there?
Probably.
No, the T-16 is his land speeder.
Really? No, it's not.
I thought,
T16 is what he was just playing around with.
but he said he used to bullseye womp rats with his T-16. I thought that was the name of the land speeder.
No, I think that was actual shit. That,
Oh,
because
wow.
remember, he knows how to pilot.
Yeah.
Do they ever say Tatooine? In the movie, did they actually ever say
say it? No.
Tatooine? No.
They say it in.
Haha,
They
surly.
say it in Jedi. No, they may say the end of Empire.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the rendezvous point on Tatooine. Might
Yeah.
be the first time
Yeah.
you hear it.
You should never pick your teeth with sharp objects, by the way. Oh, he's got. I just noticed he got peeled metal there.
See this when you've seen the deleted scenes with him and Biggs and everything too. This scene
Right.
makes even more sense.
Because he's so excited
Yeah.
to hear more.
But
and you-
it's. I'm
with them that they cut it.
Yeah,
I'm,
me
I'm with
too,
you that
yeah.
they cut it. I'm just saying when you see what happens in it, you understand why he's as excited as he is.
But I think just his reaction enough tells us what we
works.
needed to know as
It
an
works. You
audience.
don't miss anything from not having it. But my sister looks hot.
You know, there's cell phones today that can do this.
It's true.
So
Tupac
much for
did it at a concert.
Do you have this in color? Why is this video in 240?
Looks like an old Schmoes video.
yeah.
How does he not know that that's Princess Leia? How does C-3PO not know that that is Princess Leia?
I think they're playing coy, man. You know? R2-D2's playing coy.
I
He's
think
like,
R2
it's just old data.
C-3PO doesn't play coy though.
But he was just on the ship with her. Like,
Yeah.
like, she's an intergalactic figure. You'd think he would know who Princess Leia is.
Yeah.
Wedge Antilles? No.
Yeah, and they also probably both suffered severe concussions in the pod when it crashed.
We underestimate that. If Will Smith has taught us anything, it's the long-term effects of
Use
concussions.
the force.
Tell the
Use the
truth.
force.
She looks like she has boobs. I want to find out where she lives.
Little weasel R2 is. Love that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the way he tricks him.
Yep. And I love the little like quip he gives after it comes off.
It's crazy how young Mark Hamill looks like, especially after just
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
him in
Force
The Force
Awakens.
Awakens. It's,
Spoiler. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen The Force Awakens, you
yeah.
see
Luke
Luke.
Skywalker's in The Force Awakens. Giant spoiler.
It's a great moment.
That is one of the most special things about this movie is that, especially in an era when the sci-fi movies were coming out, were all about it's sci-fi. They forget that the personal dynamics, whatever, and what grounds this movie right away is the dynamic between 3PO and R2.
Absolutely.
It's so charming.
You
and
lose the entire audience if they don't work in the beginning.
Yes,
Totally.
absolutely.
The movie, you don't care.
Yeah, to see an old bickering couple as robots in the sand somehow hooked everybody.
There's that blue milk. Give me some of that.
You know, they're both actually Frank Oz puppets.
This is where I get a little upset at Lucas, though. It's like, because this dynamic is so great here. These looks.
Yeah,
And
it's a
it's
great hint.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But it wasn't this like executed in the prequels well enough. Like he's
Oh,
too
yeah,
Oh,
but
the
not
fact
in
that they
this
did it
scene.
so
No,
well here.
that's what I'm saying.
The
This scene is so
subtlety
great.
and everything in here.
This scene is
you
great.
forgot how to do it later. Yeah.
And he's that's what I'm worried about. I told you to forget it.
Because what they do here with a simple glance,
That's it.
a glance back, in the new movies it would be, if he was doing it today, it would be, would they wait for Luke to go to the bathroom? He's talking about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Have
Like,
we
he
hit,
just wants
have
us
we
to
hit
keep
this
it
mark
quiet.
4 times yet?
But
Not
it
yet.
hints so much more of a relationship that Anakin had with Owen, and it hints at a relationship. The fact that Owen knew about all this stuff, and there's
Yeah.
so much more, and he didn't really, from what we know anyway.
You know the Dark Lord of the Universe, Darth Vader? His mother's grave is right over there. If you want to go take a look. It's a good thing he never comes back to visit it.
Yeah, right?
Since we got his kid
Yeah,
here.
just in time for the harvest.
Harvest when I need you the most. Have you tried your mother's cooking? It's shit. We need new stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Right now,
Okay.
John Williams just got the donut off his bat. He's up. The pitcher's staring him down. And John Williams is about to knock something so far out of the park.
Yeah. Again, subtlety. What they're about to communicate here with Luke's stare at the suns.
Has too much of his father in him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she met him once.
I know. Or twice.
Oh,
I
but
thought.
she knew. Oh, boy,
here
did
it
she
is.
know.
Twice.
Well, I mean, I guess he came here, left, killed the same people, came back.
Right.
This music.
This whole thing with the two sons and like just
Yeah.
everything about it is
I didn't
perfect.
like the whole kicking the rock thing, but
You never kicked a rock? What are you Canadians doing?
all right.
A hockey puck?
You've convinced me.
Yeah.
I've kicked rocks.
That's the best. I mean, that's got to be one of the most iconic shots in film.
And now, from this look, you know so much about this
Yep.
kid. The dreams, aspirations, the longing for adventure, all that kind of stuff.
Because of how great this scene is, you didn't need to see him looking up at the space battle in the deleted scenes
Yes.
or him running into Biggs. That told you everything
That,
you need to know.
that was the beginning of the hero's journey.
yeah.
Right there.
That looks like Christian Slater's radio station and Pump Up the Volume.
I want to
We're
see
playing a
that
game of
ship
hide and go
flying
seek.
around. Is that the T-16?
That might be the T-16, John Schnepp. Take a drink of water. You deserve it.
All right.
It's not water, is it? To the poison you just drank.
Death sticks.
I've always wanted those binoculars.
But
Is it-
ones that work better,
They
right?
don't work at all, but
the technology has to exist today to be able to look through binoculars, and The focal lenses on the binoculars can know what you're looking at and then give you a laser distance.
You know what it is? It's the future of golf technology right there.
That's what it is.
It's a yardage finder.
Yep.
C-3PO is so shiny.
They play a lot of golf on Tatooine.
He is really shiny.
We're having deep golf analysis.
Not a lot of
Taking the
fairways.
shine.
And over here, man, that guy's shiny.
He is
Not a
shiny
lot of
as all hell.
fairways on Tatooine.
Star filter, yo. He's gone, you big dumb idiot.
Bring me a washcloth, Owen. I'll get you a washcloth.
Luke.
What's she making? Stew?
Yeah. Oh, good. More horrible shit to eat. What are those turnips over there?
Oh, yeah.
He's gone? Let's fuck.
They look like baby Groots.
Been waiting for him to get off the farm for
Let's
weeks.
do some cooking in the
Look
kitchen.
at that. That actually looks really good.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it looked in the original version. It's cleaned up a little bit, but
Not much.
yeah. That's a
I
little
want to
cleaned up,
know
Trigger happy idiots.
I know,
why
right?
is local law enforcement not doing something about these guys?
There is no local law enforcement.
This is a clear problem.
Yeah.
That one guy's got to fix his mask. He has
Yeah.
to hold it while running.
The sand people are, what animal is that?
A bantha.
Bantha.
No, guys, what animal was it really like?
Elephant.
in real
It's a
life?
bantha. It's in
elephant?
real life.
It's an
a
elephant.
bantha.
It's an
I don't
elephant
think-
with a bunch of stuff on it?
Yeah.
I don't
an
think was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was clearly a real animal.
Yeah.
See, you learn something
I
every
mean,
day.
how they got a
I thought it was a puppet.
elephant in Tanzania?
I thought it was a puppet. Dude. I don't think it's an elephant.
Dude, no,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
clearly
real
a real
animal.
animal, man.
I don't know. I'm going to stick to it and say I don't think it was an
I'm just
animal.
wondering if it is an
Me and
elephant, how did
Ellis
they
have
get
a
it there?
dollar riding on it.
Because
that it's an
elephants are
elephant.
not
Yeah,
native.
I'll bet $1
All right.
it's it. Well, no. I'll bet
Think
it
probably
Look at that.
done.
Look at that.
Yeah. Sand people are kind of like the cartel, you know? They really run the show.
You know what?
but they're idiots.
I'm changing my vote. I'm going over to Kristian. I think it's a puppet.
You got to watch that first
think they're
scene again,
costumed.
man. That's
Good
This
move.
guy has
Look at the
horrible
Jedi
aim.
reflexes.
Horrible aim.
Oh, here comes the
Those
NASCAR.
Tusken
Wait,
Raiders
watch.
are scary.
The NASCAR fan screams coming
Oh,
up.
jeez.
So what I'm talking about here is that they got rid of the awesome dragon yell.
Right, the
and-
scary.
Yeah, now
yeah, it used to go up and then
Yeah, now it sounds like a. Now it
Used
sounds
to
like
be really
a.
scary.
All right, here we go. NASCAR, drunk NASCAR.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Imagine a guy hammered with his hat backwards.
I'm so excited to hear this now.
He's bombed.
Oh my God, that's
so bad.
so bad.
It sounded like the
It
old
used to be
lady.
so
Yeah.
good.
It was so good. I don't know why that was changed. That would
Yeah.
see. That's like the unnecessary.
It went from Yngwie Malmsteen to the Georgia Satellites.
Yeah, why?
Well, look what I got here.
Ooh, a young man. Ooh.
Damn it! A droid's watching.
Well, hot damn. It's Betty White. Oh,
so
wait, it's
good.
not.
So good.
The great Alec
Alec
Guinness. By the way, if those of you guys are Star Wars fans, you've never seen Bridge Over the River
Okay, did you guys
Kwai.
hear that? Did you guys hear what he said? Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where they got Ray from.
It was
Oh yeah,
Ray.
Ray.
Yeah,
Ray. Yeah,
don't be
that's where they pulled
afraid,
this
Ray.
for The Force Awakens. Yep.
Guys, spoilers.
It's about to
Yeah.
get busier.
You want to get high?
Yeah. Hey, in the comics that I have not read yet, do they go into like some of the interactions that Ben and Luke have had previously
Yeah.
to this? Yeah.
I love this look in the music. So good.
I haven't been called that since 3 years ago when a half cut in half Darth Maul came looking for me and I had to fight him off.
Stick to that, guys. They can still stick to that.
Yeah.
They could. I love that line.
Mhm.
He's not dead. Oh, not yet.
He's got some of the best lines in the entire movie.
Yeah, he does.
Quotable ones, too.
I still don't know how. I've read the book, but I still don't really get how George Lucas talked Alec Guinness to be in this movie.
Money.
Yeah.
Right. The majority of the budget went to him. And points.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got 2
those
points,
points,
remember?
yeah.
And
He
then
doesn't seem
was
to ever
offered
remember
quarter
owning a
point
droid.
more.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't seem to remember ever owning a droid.
Well, he never really owned him.
Come on, though.
I'm with you guys, but he didn't own him.
Actually, Alec Guinness, they just put a video out of him talking about why he took the role, and he was imitating George Lucas. He said, George has had this very quiet voice and a very whispery voice, and I read the script, and a bunch of my friends said, you should really do it. It's really different and weird, and it'd be fun. And so then they offered me 2 points, and then they offered me another half point, but then it went to a quarter point.
But you remember what they said the main reason that he signed on for was because George Lucas promised him it was a Gandalf role. It was like Gandalf. And he was a big Lord of the Rings fan.
And it really is. I mean, it is a character inspired by Gandalf.
I love that the wipe as they're picking him up.
Coming back to my place, I'll tell you some lies.
I'll tell you some lies.
Yeah.
That's him figuring out how to lie.
Yeah.
Which lie should I tell him? The cookie lie? No, not the cookie one.
And he loves sand.
Clone Wars.
How am I going to spin this?
Wait a minute. How do you know my dad?
And a whiny bitch.
And a whiny bitch. I understand you've become quite a whiny bitch yourself.
How are those power converters going?
This is good for shaving.
I love this part.
It's like,
Good for shaving.
It's like, why would he just give him the lightsaber?
He wanted you to have it when you're old enough when
Hey,
he's
is that the
burning
same
alive
case?
on a mountain.
That's not the same case from Force Awakens. It's a different case now, right?
Yeah. But what is? I don't know if you ever saw that one meme. It's like,
That's how my father.
here's your father's
sleeps on the couch, by the
lightsaber.
way.
He butchered a dozen children with it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Right.
Yeah. Watch your head.
I think he sticks it right in his face, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch your head. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Almost cut him in half.
C-3PO right now.
I know, right?
I told you, Ellis, that's how my father-in-law sleeps, the way C-3PO is sitting there.
I love how C-3PO powers down right before the end of, or right before we get like the most crucial part of the movie.
I love that they used that in Rogue One.
Oh, and that trailer, when you hear Obi-Wan say that, it's great.
Yeah.
That look is legit. Like, he's like, how am I going to talk about this now?
Yeah. Time to tell some lies.
Oh, goodness, it's so good.
This before midichlorians.
Before midichlorians.
Right.
This old man is crazy and high.
Yeah.
He's high.
You
I need to get on what he's on.
General Kenobi. That's pretty awesome.
I do wonder if we'll see
Bail?
Bail Organa.
I hope so.
And I hope so. It would seem to make sense. It wouldn't feel forced because it would make sense.
There's been no mention of Jimmy Smits, though, being cast.
Well, you wouldn't
in
have
it.
to. You wouldn't have to be Jimmy Smits. You could choose.
I think you got to give it to Jimmy Smits.
If you
you're
can
gonna
get
do it.
Jimmy Smith.
You get Jimmy Smits.
What's he doing?
yeah.
Waiting for the Dexter to get rebooted?
He's waiting for the next season of Sons of Anarchy.
Smith is
No
gonna
one
be
told
in
him it was
that?
over.
I hope so.
Why wouldn't he be?
They haven't mentioned anything about it. The twirling of the beard works.
It really does. He has shiny ears.
I love this. Just trying a mind trick on him. Yeah. Kid's got good instincts. Don't go to Alderaan.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, do you guys think Obi-Wan is now thinking like, okay, this kid can be trained. We
Yes.
need him to be a Jedi Knight. Do you think he's always been waiting for
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
this like Luke's call to action, like a lot like what Rey went through in the movie when she realized that she's a
Yeah,
greater
so she didn't have an
purpose?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan was just waiting for Luke to
Yeah.
have an adventure to go on to
Yeah.
prove himself.
Yep.
Obi-Wan's like, I don't think you have to explain it to your uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, how do I bring this up?
Yeah.
Stop using that lightsaber near him, man.
It's pretty cool though. Now that you've seen Force Awakens, that you know how that saber plays into things.
Yeah.
Kenobi knows he's like, I got him.
Yeah.
You do what you feels right. You're coming with me,
Right, I'll
dude.
see you in about an hour.
Yeah.
That's our first shot of the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude on the right there makes a cameo in the comics.
Well, this guy here
He is,
speaking
too.
right now is
Yeah. He's
Jim
in
Carrey from
pivotal
Dumb and
role in
Dumber.
the
The
comics.
Vader comics. Yeah,
I like the old
yeah,
dude
that
with the
guy.
white
That's the guy I'm
Sanders.
talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you got Tim Curry.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Awesome.
You
That
talk,
is-
you talk about great veteran actors. I mean, Peter Cushing's right up there, too.
That's a badass boardroom table,
It
though.
really is.
Everybody's got an iPad
And there's
in
nice
front of them.
information about the Old Republic, by the way, right there.
Some badass ballpoint pens in his pockets.
See, this to me,
Bob Hoskins'
This is
brother.
the one guy who's actually talking sense.
but what I'm saying here is this is a scene, like, because I know you had a problem with a lot of the politics in the prequels.
Yes.
This is a scene that sets up the
Totally
politics
works.
perfect.
I have zero problems with this semicircle meeting.
Right.
I love
It
it.
works.
This is a
and
full
This is the
circle.
kind of,
Full
but
circle.
I wish they would have had something like this in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
That must be General Hux's grandfather.
In every office, there's one of these dipshits, you know? Like, you go out drinking or for karaoke afterwards, and this is a guy's like, hey, let's get some hookers and do some blow. It's like, easy.
But he's the one that puts the kibosh on the hookers and blow.
Start choking him.
No.
Yeah, get it. And look at the mustache. He's like, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Okay, does anybody else, when I was a kid, I always thought he made him throw up an egg. Watch this. It looks like he puked an egg up.
For my
See,
next trick.
it looks
Oh,
like he puked an
yeah.
egg up.
Yellow
I
egg?
always thought he puked an
For
egg
my
up.
next trick, I'll put an
That's
egg
why,
in your
maybe that's why I
throat.
never liked eggs as a kid.
Like Darth Vader's going to choke you out if you start eating those
funny.
eggs.
Yeah.
Somebody do a screenshot of the eggs.
Yeah. And then add
Aw.
Mark's face next
No,
to
but
it.
you know what's funny is that I was watched on VHS, and now I for the first time in my life I realized that's like part of the control panel.
Yeah.
God.
I thought it was a reflection.
Right, because those are like very
Those
unclear.
Jawas are wrecked.
Killed a lot of Jawas.
Here's the funniest line in all of Star Wars.
Yeah, right?
Coming up here in a second. And these blast marks. And these blast marks.
Did you see how
rogue.
he leaned forward like he's just trying to convince Luke
Yeah.
about that? So
Or the script hadn't been written yet. No, leaning back.
I think that's the only time they're referred to as robots.
It is. It's very true. Now, I've wanted these Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen charred action figures for a very long time.
oh yeah, you've seen them online.
They're online.
You're a warped dude.
It's just, it's,
Live action figure,
Yeah.
like the actual size,
Yeah, the little action. No, not live action. Just the little action figures.
life size.
Charred remnants.
See, so they had the blowtorch technology before the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, our friend of our show here, Kevin Rubio, who did the fan film Troops.
Yeah.
This is a pivotal scene
Oh,
in his
yeah.
on how
Oh,
this
that's
all.
right.
If
Yeah.
you haven't seen Troops, look it up on YouTube and how this all happened.
And this is gruesome.
Yes.
This next shot.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Come on, man.
Guess they didn't like our cooking either.
Yeah, no more blue milk.
He pulls it together pretty good.
Yeah, it's a dark
Now he's
side.
pissed, man.
Well, they're dead.
I love that scene.
I love the TIE fighters. I love the way
Well,
that they
the sound is
sound.
amazing.
The way that they moved in The Force Awakens when, oh,
Mhm.
God. Now I'm going to torture my daughter. She looks exactly the same now.
Okay, so this thing was supposed to like interrogate her, and it doesn't do the job.
Oh no! It's got some scissors on
Well,
one hand and a needle in the other.
She got the Force.
It's the,
How does
that's what I'm
Vader?
saying. Is they never really explain like it's just like she resisted the toy, like she just
Yeah,
she
yeah.
refused to talk.
Right.
How does Vader not sense that that's his kid?
I think he knows.
No,
You think
No,
he
he doesn't
knows?
know that
He doesn't know.
Leia is his
No, because
kid.
when he finds out in Return of the Jedi, it's
He
clearly
has
a
no idea.
revelation to him.
Yeah.
When who finds out?
When
Because
Vader
it's
finds
so
out.
well
Vader
hidden,
doesn't know
she
it's his
doesn't know.
daughter.
She's not hiding anything because she doesn't know either.
Vader didn't find out Luke was his kid until after until the Death Star and
So
everything.
he's just
too.
not looking for it?
No, he had no idea that Padme
Yeah.
had kids.
Crazy old wizard, Ben Kenobi.
All right. Now the hero's journey
Yeah.
has begun.
Yep. I love that shot.
Let's
Yeah.
just pause on this cliff.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
We clearly took a wrong turn.
Yeah.
Let's just
Wow.
take a
That's
look.
Remember
awesome
when I
seeing
told
all the
you to
ships
take a
going
right?
in and out? You
Yeah.
can see all the like a bunch of planes taking off.
Another quotable line.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Womp rats.
Yeah.
That's what they look like, kids.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary, yep.
Nah,
The robot
yeah.
hit the
I
other
like them
robot.
going into
They could've
Mos
just had
Eisley.
this one
I
shot
love
here.
that.
I don't mind the additional, the
No,
additional
this
stuff,
part's
but
cool.
all like a lot of this other stuff was just
stupid
pointless.
shot of like all this stuff's fine.
Yeah, but again, I like the at the time I liked the tinkering.
But
My
this
only
is
issue,
unnecessary.
My only issue with these is that you can't get the other ones. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
R2's got to lay down.
Like
this
this.
scene annoys me more
Why?
than anything. Why did
Yeah.
you have to add all that
Why?
junk in the middle? They
You
use
don't
it as
need
a
it.
pan.
That droid's also added.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
I never really noticed that they had R2 laying down like that.
Yeah.
Luke's reaction was great there, by the way.
Yeah. What's
Like,
funny to
what
me is
the
that the
hell is
other
going on?
stormtroopers are like, "What the hell are you talking
Right.
about? Let move along.
Yeah.
You haven't questioned them yet."
Luke looks like an Amish kid learning about like cable for the first time. You
Like
know?
from Kingpin. Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Like
what,
Randy Quaid.
Because most people, even in this universe,
actually
know
a
about
prequel
the
to
Force. Like they're aware of it, but Luke isn't.
Nope.
Are you now? That's not that bad.
I like
There it is.
And there it is.
It's my phone ring.
Whenever back in the day when I was really playing a lot of Star Wars role playing game with a
Yeah.
bunch of buddies,
New creature.
the adventures would always start the same. The game has to say, "Okay, you're in a bar," and everybody would go dun 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 dun. dun. It's like that's
There's
the music.
IG-88 in his original form as a, in on the
Oh,
in the
there's
bar back
Chewbacca
there.
back there.
He just used his helmet head.
Yeah, Chewbacca's at the bar when the scene opens, talking
There's
to
a
somebody
Bothan?
else, right? That's Count
Uh-huh.
Chocula.
That's right.
I'm surprised
Or
these
is it
guys
Frankenberry?
didn't come back.
Ah,
Who's that guy? What's his story?
yeah.
Pilot that said,
Yeah.
screw off, I'm not going to
It's,
give you a
it's,
ride.
it's a less
It's Chewie
chance of Han
Wab, yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
And there's Tommy Lee Jones. Racist against droids. Real
Jerks.
nice.
And then the only two chicks in the bar. Why is the guy still wearing his space
I know,
helmet
right?
inside
Maybe
with
he
the
can't
glass
breathe.
down?
Maybe he can't breathe.
He's
Big
afraid, he's
nose.
afraid of air.
He's a human.
You don't know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
looks human.
He's like a bubble boy.
Could be Thrawn.
He's got oxygen problems, yeah.
Someone
Telling
got
some
cracking
jokes.
up. Yeah. Oh, look, that's Cad Bane. Cad
Yeah,
Bane
Totally.
species.
Yeah.
You got
I love
talking,
that.
talking some shit. Hammerhead. And there's one of those things. in the
Ghoulie.
back. No,
And
that's,
what's
It's a creature
Hammerhead
from
species?
Phantasm.
that's that species.
What's Hammerhead species?
Ithorian.
Very good.
Wow.
But-
Some deep sweat there, Mark.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, there he is.
This guy has a problem with his gums.
That's the problem with his nose. That looks like he stinks like shit.
I know, right?
This is the first time I met Kristian at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
I don't like you either.
You'll be dead. Obi-Wan doesn't. That's the end of it.
I'm going to pick a fight with a
I
Jedi.
love this, yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder why is the other guy screaming though? His buddy's arm got cut off because he was a jerk off.
Now, and we're back to cue the band.
Yeah,
Back to
happens
the
every
opium.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the bartender doesn't even get a janitor.
The one thing I will say though is that Obi-Wan should have been a little smarter to whip out the lightsaber in the cantina because he's been hiding for so long.
But he was getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
He knew he was leaving.
He assessed the room.
And he could have just been a bounty hunter that found a lightsaber or something too. Unnecessary.
Annoying digital stormtrooper in the background.
Yeah.
I love how there's a little bit of splattered applause as they start playing the
That's
song.
right.
Oh, yeah, it's our
Yeah.
favorite song.
I like
Yeah.
that these are like the traditional aliens that we usually see in like Roswell and stuff.
That's
And there he is.
Yeah.
Anthony and Gruber.
It's Miles
Hey,
Teller,
your kid
everybody.
kills you later.
Oh. So you hear that, kid? 12 parsecs.
Not 14. See, the Han Solo we saw in Force Awakens is exactly the same guy as this dude.
Yeah.
Except instead of what's the cargo, it's what's the cargo?
Rapthars. 12 of them.
That's not how the Force works.
That's not how the Force works. I missed the vest.
Your daughter's going to get me killed, by the way.
I don't get it. He just asked for 10. Why do you offer him 17? Oh, because you can only offer him 2 up front.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yep. Hey, snitches get stitches, barkeep.
Snaggletooth.
He's just sitting there listening in on the conversation. Yeah, I'm just sitting here.
Get back to the ship. I'm going to have somebody shoot at me, then shoot them, and then we'll meet at
what was
Docking
his
Bay
plan
94.
there? I'm just going to sit back. I'm just going to grab another drink and sit back down. Oh, no, I guess Greedo
I think he was
intercepts him.
taking a leak.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, no. There was was that beforehand? Just because there's a girl in the scene, but that was before.
Oh, his wife?
No. No.
And if Jabba's after him at this point already, why is he hanging on Jabba's planet?
Right.
That's maybe the movie will tell us that.
No, maybe.
Oh, that's where he was going. He was actually going to speak to Jabba.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to talk to
He was
Jabba.
going to talk to him now.
So the question is, who's about to shoot first?
Greedo.
Ah.
Yeah.
He missed from 2 feet away.
I couldn't even
We
tell.
all know that Han shot first, ladies
Well,
and gentlemen.
Greedo used to be a stormtrooper.
I remember when that came out and I was in the theater watching the special edition. I didn't even know what had just happened. I knew something looked off, and I couldn't tell if Greedo tried to shoot him
Right.
or what, because it's just not it's a very poorly
No,
executed
it looks awkward.
shot.
It's like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a poorly
Yeah, see? There you
executed
go.
retro fix
Yeah.
from Georgia.
Did you hear that, John? Her
Yeah.
resistance to the mind probe.
Is considerable. What do you mean?
This, by the way, this shows how much power Tarkin has. Because the
Yes.
Emperor didn't tell him to blow up a planet. He did it on his own.
Well, they might have had a meeting or something.
He just said no. He just came out and said, "Let's see
Yeah.
if that's
no, but
the case."
the Emperor might have been like, okay, look, if you have to, blow up a planet.
And that's pretty ballsy to do without authorization.
That's what I mean.
I'm telling
By
you.
the way,
I think
Emperor, I'm about to blow up one of your prime
He had carte
worlds.
blanche.
I think Palpatine was like, okay, look, here's the deal. We're going to try to get the info from her. If you need to blow up Tatooine or whatever, have at it. But
Probably didn't give the okay to blow up Alderaan, though.
I like that weird
What's
droid.
that thing?
that's the clown from
Yeah, you're right. It's that
yeah.
Giger clown.
and he's not in the original.
I want that.
I don't know if
action
he's in the
figure.
original actually.
Original cut?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that droid
Yeah.
wandering around there.
Yeah,
He is. That's not CGI. That guy's hat. Look at this. Very.
Well, no,
good.
some of the new shit, some of the new stuff
going
isn't
fishing.
CGI. They just
that guy's creepy.
I wanted
looking.
to see more of this guy. I thought that could be like.
There we go.
This is no reason to put this. Like he's. I can feel Schnepp being pissed right now. Great crew though he's got with him though, Jawa.
Bunch of Greedos, some dirty pirates.
It's Boba.
yeah.
Oh, such a horrible mistake.
Yeah, it was a bad mistake.
And Boba Fett isn't just some bodyguard thug. He's a bounty hunter.
And he steps on his tail. I mean, that just diminishes how.
And he's
menacing.
smaller.
Yeah,
You
Plus
guys are crushing this scene, but like, look,
this scene is
it's
horrible.
it's great to see another scene with a young Harrison Ford.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I thought
bad.
that was funny.
Oh, it's so bad.
You guys are being too hard. It's not. It's like it's a different take.
Yeah, it's a bad take.
It looks so bad.
It's worth it to see more Harrison Ford in this movie.
But it ruins Jabba, I think.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want this scene to be canon by any stretch of the imagination, but just as
It
a
is.
viewer to, I
Yeah,
get it, but
right.
just as a viewer to watch it,
But
It's a
a deleted scene would have been great.
yeah, it's a good. But
It was a deleted scene.
I
Remember,
know.
it was
Yeah.
filmed
But-
with a guy.
with a guy.
It didn't have John.
Right.
With big,
Keep it
with
as a-
big furs.
Yeah.
This is why they did it. So you
Boba
put
Fett,
Boba
look
Fett
at the screen.
Yeah, everybody,
Bullshit.
see, in case
Garbage.
you missed it,
Yeah.
I'm Boba Fett.
Yeah. I'm going to be in the movie for 13 more seconds.
Who's that
in
weird
Empire
thing?
Strikes Back.
Dong nose.
Yeah.
Peter Mayhew was a big dude, man.
Oh, yeah.
Even the new Chewie.
Is he wearing a wristwatch?
I love the dice. I love the dice in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
Already hating on
Yep, I was
C-3PO.
gonna say. That was great. I'd never noticed that before. How the civilians just got the hell out of the way. Hits himself in the nose. It's gonna be a nuisance. It's the best face ever. Still shoots the blaster like that too.
Don't ask him any questions. Just start shooting.
Oh, look at that. I mean, it's
like Missouri
It's really
police.
cool to see the ship though. Like after seeing Force Awakens,
Mm-hmm.
like that's a cool shot.
I
That's a
don't
cool-
mind
I
either.
can understand why they added that
Yeah,
shot.
that's a cool shot.
Like I said, there are a few shots in the special editions that's like, hey, these actually add to the movie bit.
And it's not all CGI. They like in the background and stuff. They peppered in some like real actors with like costumes
Yes.
and crap. I just love how this is just another day of the office for
Yep.
Han and Chewie. Are those beer taps up there?
Sure, look.
I never. What an idiot I am.
Yep. What's the issue?
I never realized that that's why Hayden Christensen said that in episode 3.
Here's where the fun begins?
Yeah.
I love that.
I love he
What's that?
slapped
What's
him.
happening?
Yeah.
Like the dynamic with all these characters, like 3PO, R2D2, Han, Chewie, Han, Luke, Obi-Wan. It's just they all work together so well. It's like a planetarium.
Can I go to the bathroom? Yes, go.
I think it's pretty much the only shot you see of Tarkin in his boots.
Little known fact.
Because he hated wearing them.
Carrie Fisher and Dave Franco, same height.
Your hair is still perfectly bunned. They must be trying to interrogate you very hard.
It's also cool after reading Tarkin the book to know more about him as well too. You get him.
Yeah, but okay, so every one of these scenes that you're watching, if you're not looking at his feet, he's not wearing shoes because he thought they were so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And they put that in the book too.
It's hilarious that he just did they really?
Yeah.
That he just doesn't like wearing shoes?
Yeah, doesn't like his Imperial
That's
shoes.
funny.
I like that Carrie Fisher decided to have an English accent, so then she had to keep it because this was the first scene they shot.
Well, then she abandons it halfway through.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this
Not
tactic.
right here. It is halfway through the movie.
He's just rubbing in Alderaan too because he's like, in a way, you have determined that we're going to destroy your home planet. Like he's putting the blame on her.
You will convert another target, a military target, then name the system.
Man, he's so strong in this.
Yeah.
Where is the rebel base? You see, Lord Vader, she can be reasonable. Continue with the operation. You may now.
He's got the right guy in charge of the cannons. The hothead who threw up an egg.
He threw up an egg.
We will deal with your rebel friends.
Rebel
Apparently,
friends.
you can see Thane and
This is all
Santa
editing equipment right here.
in these movies. John.
It is. That stuff. That's
Is it really?
Now they can
yeah,
see
Grass
them?
Valley switcher.
Like back
All
of the
that
heads
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the ring wasn't originally there. For all you
Kenobi's gotta
kids
sit
out there.
down.
the shits.
You know, every time I see Force Awakens, most of the audience doesn't pick up on the fact that Boyega finds
Yeah, there were.
The orb.
the orb. Yeah, I didn't get it the first time I saw
I
it.
did first time I didn't.
I did.
get it,
either.
yeah.
Very first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that was that. And nobody around me knew what I was
Oh,
freaking out
really?
about.
Lightsaber looks weird there.
Now, this is the scene I point to when people complain in The Force Awakens about how did Rey suddenly fight Kylo Ren? And my response is because remember what Yoda said. Remember what Obi-Wan said. It will partially control your actions. It'll also obey your commands. It's like, how did Luke suddenly know how to block 4 blaster shots with the lightsaber when he never touched the lightsaber before? Because the Force, partially he allowed the Force to control him a little bit.
I also think she had a lot of training beforehand.
Yeah, Rey also had to survive in a much more
By herself.
militaristic atmosphere.
Yes.
By herself.
By herself. So, I mean, there was constant fighting and stuff, and
I did love how Chewie, like when the board gets turned on, he like looks over, like
Ah,
yeah.
Let the
I
Wookiee
I
win.
haven't played that in years.
Saber looks really
Yeah, the
weird.
lightsaber is weird.
Yeah, they didn't fix it for the
Yeah.
special edition.
no, they did.
Well, look, it's
Look at it,
I'm telling you that because I watched the original version,
Yeah.
and it looks,
but it's not blue.
It looks different.
It's blue-ish.
When
Yeah.
like in the cantina, it looked
like
a lot
teal
more-
or something in
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
scene.
it's all about white balance.
It's very staticky looking too.
Right in the ass.
Look at Han. Like, I gotta hang out with these Dungeons and Dragons nerds.
No spoilers.
That was a bad cut at it.
I know, right?
So this is the conversation that is direct connection to the conversation he then has decades later in the same spot with Rey and Finn about it's true.
That's why it's
All
so
of it.
meaningful.
Did he say mumbo jumbo?
It's not a very helpful helmet.
Use the midichlorians.
Use the midichlorians.
You've got a very high count, according to my weird reader. See, now it's kind of yellowy looking.
Yeah.
You don't know how a lightsaber works.
Yeah, why don't you shut up? Oh, yeah. Even Han has paws.
That's something different. That was a short trip.
Light speed, John.
It's a fast ship.
Light speed.
I'm just saying.
12 parsecs, mother
It's
F.
still
Yeah.
supposed to be like a week's journey at hyperspace.
Yo, parsecs, man, that is some fast
Yep.
travel.
There he is.
Typing on his iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Which button gets you to the home screen again?
How do you find remains of anything in what you just blew up?
Midichlorians? I don't know.
See
Very
Darth
good
Vader
question.
talking
Yeah,
and nothing's
nothing
happening.
happening,
Love that scene. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that they added more of that in The Force Awakens.
It's everywhere now. They put it in Rebels and they put it in
it's
everything.
so great.
Yeah. Light speed.
It's just a bunch of crumpled plastic bags.
Is that what all
Yeah.
it is? Oh.
Oh, Obi-Wan. From your mom.
Should have listened to Obi. That scream.
Love that
man.
sound.
I love that TIE fighter scream.
I remember hearing JJ talk about that sound. He was like totally addicted to that sound.
Yeah.
That's no moon. Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
This is why Obi-Wan cannot appear in Rogue One as well too.
Why?
Because
This is his first
time
introduction
really
to the Death Star.
Yeah.
He had no concept that thing was out there.
He could still make a cameo, like they're gonna maybe shoehorn Han in, but
I hope not. I want to see him in the
I
anthology.
don't want to see.
yeah.
Chewie, lock in the power. You mean like just reach across towards your side and get what you could have done?
Oh, we're shaking. We're shaking. Oh, thank you.
I love seeing their two like mindsets go back and forth. Like one guy is like, I'm just gonna shoot my way out of everything, and Obi-Wan's like, let's think this through.
Right.
This movie's going to be so much more fun to watch again after Rogue One. You know? It's Dark Helmet.
You think we'd at least get a trailer announcement pretty soon as to when a Rogue One trailer? What might
I think you
hit?
got a good shot at Super Bowl, but if not Super Bowl, then you're probably going to get Civil War.
I think Super Bowl, yeah.
That's such a cool shot.
All this Death Star stuff is great.
Yeah.
How many stormtroopers have fallen down that shaft? By
Just
accident?
38.
Right.
And she's my daughter, so I don't want to kill her.
Right. Not yet, anyway. Now, where's Snoke during all this?
Cut to Snoke, and he's
Playing
like
with holograms.
Stormtrooper.
He's got a remote, and he's on his couch asleep. Like,
Yeah. Nice hair.
I just want to keep saying the word jettison.
Oh,
Jettison, jettison, jettison.
hold on.
Would you like me to jettison that present?
You didn't finish your sentence. Can you come back and tell me what you're going to say?
And then jettison.
Yeah. Great
Good
search.
observation.
Yeah. That's not the same one that they hide in Ridley, right? Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Okay, how many bricks of cocaine have been in those very compartments?
Oh, death sticks.
Boom. That's some old man schooling you on the playground.
That's
called slapback.
Stay on target, and that one of the ones I quote the most. How's this thing work?
I don't know. Just bring it on.
Just get it on there.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
Don't look like you're confused in front of the stormtroopers.
I wanted to work in Darth Vader's office.
There could be a whole series about those two idiots.
Yeah. It is. It's called Dumb and Dumber 2. I always thought that said oil on their back. No one else hears the gunshots?
He's concerned because he personally wrote a letter of recommendation for TK421.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Married his sister.
TK, huh? I can call you Tick.
This always scared me when I was a kid. Oh. Murder.
Now, wasn't there a stormtrooper just running up behind them, or was that Luke?
No, that was Luke.
Okay.
See? Han
I
just
love how
shot
quick
first
those
there.
doors shut.
Yeah.
They open and shut.
Yeah, me too. Cool effect.
And they carried that through all the trilogies.
Yeah.
Super fast doors. It's an airlock.
Ah.
There you go.
Sexual intercourse.
Yep. And they're making BB-8.
I love how just a series of beeps it's his actual language. Like you can understand him, it gives him the personality.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch Star Wars on closed captioning and R2-D2 speaks, it just says beep, beep, whirl, whirl. That's all it does, yeah. Totally takes away the experience.
By the way, I love how, because this is the way that the 70s thought the future, not the future, but this kind of technology would work, and they use that in The Force Awakens.
Yeah,
I
so
love
dope.
that.
Yeah, even down to the tracking mechanisms.
And this is the last time we'll ever talk. See you later, buddy.
I know, right?
Well,
yeah, why don't you go and tell him I'm going to die?
Yeah.
Also, next year, Van Halen releases their debut. He kicks ass.
You and I are going to be living on an island together, so don't worry about it.
I love that line.
Princess Leia. Princess? She's here? Princess. Where is she? Princess, what's going on?
See, Han's radar just went off. He's like, okay, if there's a broad involved.
Now, he wants out.
No, he's like, okay, I'm gonna get as much money as possible.
Not yet. He wants out first. Luke's got to convince him.
He wants Luke to think that. See? He's horny.
The droids belong to her. She's the one in the message. We gotta help her. Now look, don't give me funny ideas. The old man
See? He wants nowhere.
Yeah, I knew him.
Look, a few minutes ago you said you didn't want to just wait here to be captured. Now all you want to do is stay? Marching into the detention area is not what I had in mind. But they're gonna kill her.
Better her than me.
I'm just asking you, but you think that Franco would be able to pull that off? I'm serious. I'm watching him, and I was trying to make myself see if I could see it. I just can't.
Don't throw
see
me
it.
in that boat.
No,
I'm not.
talking to Schnepp.
I could see it.
All right.
Okay, but there's not an actor, including Aggie from Kingsman, who could pull that off.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I not the way that he did it, but that kind of attitude, yeah, I think there's a bunch of actors that could pull that off.
A bunch of actors could pull off Harrison Ford's performance.
No, not his performance at all, but the gravitas and what comes with the personality, persona of Han Solo. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think they make the movie. If they don't think somebody could do it.
You don't think they greenlit a movie and then we're like, oh, we assume we can find somebody to play Han Solo?
Yeah, but I mean,
Because none of those names that came out are like, I'm like, oh, that's the guy.
I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, but you know what's weird about recasting someone is like no one knew who Harrison Ford was when this movie came out.
Yeah.
But they know
Yeah.
who Han Solo is now.
Yeah, but it's like the way everything is cast now, you have to get someone with a name. It seems like, but they didn't do that with Daisy
no,
Ridley
you
or
definitely don't need
John
to.
Vegas. You don't
Well,
need
that's
to.
why I think Taron Egerton would be good because nobody really knows who he is. I mean,
Taron Egerton would be great, but
Kind of short though.
he's 5'10".
He always looks so diminutive.
He's
in
almost
Kingsman.
five. He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
Franco's 5'6".
Even in the
His-
trailer for Eddie the Eagle, he looks
yeah,
small.
no, he's 5'10", 5'10 and a half.
this is back when they used to do matte paintings. All that stuff's like
Yeah.
painted on glass. This forced perspective.
I
and
love
stuff.
that the black. Well, no, yeah,
Then those dudes. What are those guys with the white
it's the same guy.
outfits?
It's the
That's
same
the same guy.
guy.
They
Yeah.
got the mustache.
Totally.
Yep.
And that's his brother Ralph, who never made it.
All these men died on the Death Star. These guys all got blown up.
Yeah,
Yeah, most of these guys are just
Poor
punching
fools.
in and out.
that's
you
what
know?
I loved about Lost Stars, though, is that they kind of humanized
They
the
humanize those guys. Yeah,
a lot of old timers on this.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it looks
they're
like
on the
Boca.
officers.
Wow,
deck.
look at all these guys.
They're on the officers deck.
No Hux on this one.
Hmm.
You are going to show. Calm down, buddy.
Darth Vader is sensing a
Oh,
high level of midi-chlorians.
Somebody woke up.
I wish they just used the midi-chlorian counter in this movie. That's what George Lucas screwed up, not adding it.
Just a little tally in the corner, like a power bar.
Yeah. Or digitally attaching it to somebody's vest.
I like that.
I love that
Taking
they're
this
looking at the wrong door.
This guy says it so sexually. Listen to this. Ooh,
Mhm.
you sweet on Wookiees, are you?
Mm.
Mm.
Those two morons in the back to it. Damn, Sal.
Look out, he's loose. That guy just had 3 clear, easy shots, and he missed all 3.
Chewie. I love when Chewie's firing shots.
Yeah.
Is it just me or Chewie looks just like kind of haphazard there?
Spazzing out. Great stunt fall. Here comes Finn. Finn's name, anyway. FN 2187.
Did you ever see that short film? That's remember.
No, I know that's where it's from, but
Really cool.
Love this line.
this is
I love that he grimaces after he says it.
who is this? That's the scene that Lawrence Kasdan references when he talks about Goofy,
Right.
like
yeah.
as far as humor goes. Not stepping in poop. Oh, the uniform.
And yet it fits.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it, and it's kind of like the breastplate usually is
It's
a little
hanging
higher,
down a little low.
so-
Yeah. Good point.
Because I always had the same feeling.
How'd she know it was Ben?
He just said Ben Kenobi.
I know, it was like Ben Kenobi. She's at Obi-Wan, you mean?
Grandma Talk's like, I saw the movie. It wasn't that good.
Right.
And your boss.
Wait. Oh yeah, he does. No, does he know?
No, that's a great
Oh,
point.
yeah, I guess
I
you
don't know
wouldn't
if he
yeah.
knows. I think he assumes.
Oh yeah, Palpatine.
Palpatine keeps it hidden.
Yeah,
Palpatine keeps it hidden.
It's a good point.
I have a feeling Tarkin knew though.
I'm trying to remember in Tarkin if he knew, but I don't know if he
What
did.
if you knew the Emperor was a Sith?
Yeah, because he keeps it hidden from everybody. He keeps it. Lords of the Sith. He's hiding it from everybody.
Who gets to be the first one through the door?
Yeah, really.
Nobody ever asks about it. How's Jim doing?
Did Jim pull through?
Yeah, who cares? I do love this part though.
You get a great Han and Leia dynamic here. For
No,
the
but I
first
mean,
time.
when this is this it? Oh no, not yet. But when the stormtrooper bumps his head, like they finally picked up on it years later, and then added the sound effect. Because the sound effect wasn't there when it first happened. My buddy had pointed that out years ago, and he's like, "Watch this," and I remember laughing my ass off.
Oh yeah, the first time I saw it, I
Ever.
couldn't.
It didn't
stop
have the sound
rewinding
effect back in the day.
Yeah.
Somebody got to save our skins.
I love that.
Luke has nothing to say. Great yell here by Han on the way down.
Yeah.
God, he's so good in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good. I love the screaming they all do.
Everybody's so angry.
The Skywalkers. They're angry.
That's right.
You jinxed it.
So you're gonna tell me that Captain Phasma got out of something like this right before the thing blew up?
I think so. Yeah.
Or they never actually threw it down a trash.
Right, we don't know.
Or
We
they
never
threw
saw
it
her.
in a trash
Yeah.
compactor, yeah.
Chewie wants out. Chewie is like a big dog.
He said that like you're 5.
He really
Chewie
is.
wants out. Chewie's a big dog.
He really is, though. It's like, you know, he'll bite your leg off if you look the wrong way, but then you'll be scared of lightning.
Yeah. Chewie was great in Force Awakens. His humor.
So good.
Chewie was great.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, how did this creature get on the Death Star?
Well, I mean, the same way that those things got on the crater in Force Awakens.
Crocodiles in the New York subway.
It's a
system.
tiny
Like,
spore that grew in
It's
the
a huge
trash.
station.
That's
They're moving stuff around.
Yeah.
So it just happened to be in a crate that they loaded onto the Death Star.
Something, yeah. Could also be one of the things that maybe, I don't know, it's whether it gets rid of certain kind of materials or chemicals or that kind of crap. They keep it in there.
Metal floats. Man, I remember.
I love these sound effects.
They're great.
Like the little, like the.
I remember as a kid thinking, "Oh, Luke died."
Oh, did you?
It just let go.
Was trying to drag him down before the trash.
Yeah.
Right. Did anybody know what the name of that thing is that got him?
I don't know. I just know the Jedi that's going to save the galaxy almost got killed by a garbage monster.
I also remember the Death Star toy that the the trash compactor monster, all you see in the movie is a little eye thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But then in the toy, it was like some weird like fish creature that
Oh,
didn't
really?
look as cool. You're like, that's what it's supposed to look like?
I didn't know there was ever a Death Star toy, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Came with the trash compactor. It had like little piece of foam and that weird creature.
I'm pretty sure the trash compactor came with the Death
This
Star.
is a pretty stupid
that's
move.
what I
What
meant.
is this thing gonna do?
Wouldn't that be weird if they were like, we
Well,
have
when
a-
you're
a
desperate, you
giant
probably
trash
do whatever you
compactor
think
size
that might
room.
help.
I say just embrace it.
All right, so are the stormtroopers coming in now? Because all you kids out there that haven't seen this movie as much as we have, the stormtrooper coming in on your
Right
far
here, this is
right.
it. Far right.
Your far
And they-
right, he's
and-
going to knock
yeah.
his head in. It's hysterical.
And they added this sound effect.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you can see him adjusting his mask.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, that
that's
hurts.
so good.
They had no idea that it happened,
Yeah.
and he's like, guys, I bumped my head.
That guy's big shot. His family was like, hey, you're in Star Wars. How come you're not more excited
I'm the
about
one
us
on the
seeing
left.
it?"
I'm the one on the left. But you look shorter. No, that's me. You idiot.
Since you bumped your
You
head.
stand quiet,
Yeah.
you moron.
Hey, George, that take didn't feel right to me. Can we try that again? No, we got it.
That was perfect.
No, we got
It's
it.
fine. We'll fix it in 30 years.
We'll fix it.
That's right.
We'll add a
pumping.
we'll add a
Rub your
special
nose in it.
effect. I'll squash you like a bug. All right, I'm an idiot.
Sure, can you give me a Band-Aid?
Wait a minute.
Some
We're looking
ice.
for how many droids? 2? Wait.
I'm not sure. You're not that strong, buddy. Wow, he's getting frisky already.
Yep. Yeah, get you that ass.
He was looking at it. Look at this guy.
See,
You're
R2
right.
will stick his thing in anything.
Hey, you're right. That was the Lucas line.
They were all Lucas lines.
I knew you were going to
They
say
were
that.
all
I
Lucas
knew you were going to
lines.
say that, but that's a 30
That
years
is
later,
not a
Lucas.
typical Lucas line.
I'll squash it like a bug.
He writes it. One thing's for sure, I'll be a lot better.
I like that one. Does anyone else like that one? What now she's really
Now it's getting serious.
yeah. No, shut them all down.
That's actually a great line. No, shut them all down.
Yeah, I mean, say what about C-3PO? He,
Yeah, you got
nick
it
of
done.
time.
This is funny.
That's great. It's like, yay, we're not dead. Now all we have to do is get out of this base that has
I know,
thousands
right.
and thousands and thousands of troops waiting for us.
All looking to kill us.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid when they showed like the making of this scene, how they added like that plexiglass and stuff to make it look farther down than it really was.
Right.
You talk about matte paintings.
Yep.
That's what
yeah.
I was talking about earlier. It's
Oh, it
called
was
matte painting.
Ah,
They would paint on glass. Harlan Ellenshaw
Is that what it was?
The guys who did all
Should we
that.
take the professor in the back and see if he can fix the hyperdrive?
Yeah.
Sorry, just trying to add a little special effects knowledge to you kids.
But John, sound
See,
effect.
back in the day, it was done with
Yeah.
glass.
Well, I had the glass part right.
That's a soothing sound effect, isn't it?
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be great if Obi-Wan got up to that thing and he looked at it like, I do not know
I would have just done this.
how to.
Yeah.
I love this. I don't want to have your baby. She's right.
Man, she's so short.
Yep.
Right, she's lost her
That was
English
racist,
accent.
by
though.
the way.
She
Just want to point that out.
bailed
That
on
was
it halfway
racist.
through.
Oh,
Like
because
Bail
she gets in,
Organa.
it's just a big
Yeah.
planet of walking carpets.
She bail organic it.
Yeah.
They just get drills all day.
Yeah.
Honey, how was your day? It was drills, Karen. It was more drills.
Did you meet the Emperor yet? No.
It was drills, Karen.
Why didn't you come home for dinner?
Did you even ask about a raise? No, we don't. Are
you trying to get me killed?
Did you at least get to hear Vader breathe? Get out of here.
I went to college with him.
Before the burns?
That's the big difference in the Falcon between this movie and The Force Awakens. You see the dish on top is this big round dish.
Well, it got knocked off.
It gets knocked off in Return of the Jedi, right. And when they replace it with one like a flat top and flat bottom.
Great. This is the best.
This is awesome.
Oh, Han chasing after the stormtroopers is phenomenal.
See, that's right when Princess Leia just fell in love with Han Solo.
Yeah.
Did you see that look on her face?
Now, a digital edition that works right here.
Oh, yeah.
And
all
instead
the
of 4 or
Imperials were up
5,
there
there's
too.
50
Yeah.
stormtroopers. That worked.
And you see Imperial guards up there? I mean, the Imperial...
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the Imperial guards. How'd they miss? How did they miss?
See, this is Leia probably acknowledging that Han's dead, so I'll just try to make out with this other guy.
Yeah. Well, she only cheeks him.
No, they get... I mean, I think it's accidental more than it is on purpose.
Did she cheek him?
Watch it now.
You sure?
Watch brother and sister run smack dab into each other's
I'm going to say
lips.
cheek. Total adventure movie.
Nice shot.
Well, this is like this whole serials right here. Good luck.
Oh, the score is so good.
Yeah, it's great. Get him,
Oh,
Leia.
yeah, she ain't afraid.
That stormtrooper doesn't even try to take cover. I'm just going to stand here and shoot at you.
Yeah. He's like, I'm in a shootout with the hottest chick I've ever seen.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Nice hit.
Here we go. That's cheek.
Oh, no. That's a peck on the lip. What are you talking about?
Cheeks.
No, that was a peck on the lip.
Ellis, you're crazy. That's cheek.
She hit his upper lip.
What do you guys think?
I think it was inadvertent.
It was
cheek.
no, I'm not saying it was inadvertent, but they hit the lip.
No.
I do believe they hit the lip, but I think it was completely
It was
inadvertent.
way more
guys over
cheek.
here.
89% cheek.
Normal relationships over here, incest.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he is from Virginia.
I will say this: if that was like the kiss I got at the end of a first date, I'd be like, "Fuck, like this ain't going nowhere." And I've gotten that kiss.
Close the blast doors.
I love this jump.
Yeah, this jump.
That's a rough jump,
yeah.
man.
Whee!
You don't want to screw that up.
No.
That's kind of you can kind of break your leg on.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
He's like, "What the?
It's been 4
You don't look
years.
like Hayden." He's got a thin blade.
Padme was my lover.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
For the first time, for the last time.
Don't even call him Vader. Just call him Darth.
The spin move.
They sped it up a little bit too, didn't they?
Laser swords.
Mm-hmm.
If only I could get the higher ground.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Appear to my son on a log?
See, Darth's just loosening up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now he's warm.
Gotta say, their fight on Mustafar was a little more acrobatic.
It's a little bit.
Up, look, did you see that shot of Ben Kenobi's laser sword? You can actually see the steel tip.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's breathing heavy.
I like how it becomes recess here. Fight,
Yeah.
fight, fight.
Right, yeah. Come on, let's go watch. It's like Tyson and Holyfield.
Vader's like, are you guys literally running away from your post
Yeah.
right in front of me?
What are you doing? Yeah, let me handle this. Yeah, it's not like they go to help. They literally go to watch.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah, but would you leave your post to do it? You could watch it from here. Lucas.
I'd probably shoot him.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Oh, boy.
Will anyone ever... Well, you think they'll ever do that again? Like somebody just disappearing? Luke, maybe.
I think Luke, yeah.
Luke might disappear
Probably
into
not
the
that
Force.
instantaneous. Even Yoda didn't disappear instantaneously.
No.
I think it was like,
No, you
took,
bet.
Yeah,
took
but
course over a few seconds.
Yoda didn't die violently either, though. You know?
Yeah.
Like, does that play a factor?
That's a
It
good
might.
question.
Qui-Gon certainly died violently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, but he was the first one to kind of figure out how to do it.
Well, that's Ben Kenobi talking to him right there. Run, Luke, run.
Well, he knew how to do it fast.
Yeah.
Like the fastest.
he
out of
dies,
all of them.
he's right there
Yeah.
instantly.
I think Ben Kenobi was kind of prepared. Even though he died
Yeah.
violently, he was prepared. Qui-Gon
He-
was not necessarily prepared to die.
Right.
No, well, because Qui-Gon, what they've said in the new books and even the Clone Wars, Qui-Gon studied it after death as where Obi-Wan and Yoda were preparing for it
Yeah.
during life.
Can you imagine dying and then, oh, don't worry, more books.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, don't worry, kids. You can still read after you die.
I know, right? I'm a holocron or whatever the hell it is, right?
If I hear you,
Is it
shit
cold on the
Holocron
Millennium
one more
Falcon?
time.
She comes over and puts a jacket over his shoulders.
I didn't notice that glove Han Solo had on.
Well, they just had that
I like
awkward
it,
kiss, so she doesn't want to lead him on too
That's
much.
true.
Yeah, it's like
That's
a
a
yellow
good
golfing
point.
glove.
Why is he so sad? He just met him.
They should just play chess.
He didn't just meet
I
him.
know,
They
I'm
were
kidding.
buddies. He was
No,
like
I
his-
know. I'm
He'd
kidding.
buy him beer. Luke, you want some PBR?
Here we go.
He's known him since he was a kid.
See, this is great though. It's like we got our little morning scene. We feel bad, but let's throw some action back at you.
That yellow shirt. They should have brought that yellow shirt back.
I like the gloves.
Yeah.
you know? He was like
Saying
Dice
golfing
Man.
gloves. Yeah. We just had this conversation. What
Oh,
were you
did he?
sleeping?
Oh, good.
There it is.
Yeah.
I love when Boyega was using that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when Boyega's used it felt the exact same as I do watching this. It's great.
I always thought it would suck to be a TIE fighter pilot. Because, wait, we're the Empire, right? Yes. We got more money than anybody. Yes. Why do our TIE fighters not have shields?
Because they're easy to make. You make so many of them. Can't
It's
afford the
supposed to be
shields.
faster, more maneuverable,
Yeah,
all that kind of
right.
stuff. But still, if I'm a TIE fighter,
Yeah.
I'm like, I vote for shields.
Yeah.
One
One-
shot and I'm dead.
One of the coolest designs of any kind of spacecraft. Got to remember,
fighter?
like, yeah, before this TIE fighter, everyone was always have a spaceship that looked like a regular old, like, you know,
Yeah.
rocket. Is basically
That's
what they all look
Macquarie
like.
also, right?
Can't recall.
Star Wars trivia. What does TIE stand for?
I've
damn
gotten
it.
this wrong many times. I never remember.
Twin ion engine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it twin ion engine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Wait a minute. I think I got this.
You
I think
nailed
it's
it.
twin ion engine, right?
Mr. Campea, you can't give them credit for that.
But John.
Ellis, we got it. We just thought of it later. That's all. After we were told.
Hey, Ellis, you like those gloves?
Yeah. That's a big explosion for one TIE fighter.
I like Chewie.
Maybe
He's
it had-
a dog.
Every time he says it, he's going to make you sound dumber.
Yeah.
Like, I think Chewie, he's a dog.
I didn't say he's a dog. I said he's like a big
No,
dog.
but he has to now it has to like telephone.
Yeah.
It's got to transform.
Would it be
He's
funny
a
if
dog.
for like whatever reason we were doing a normal commentary and you just had an off day? The only thing you said
That was at one. Just one comment was, he's like a dog. Hashtag he's like a dog.
I like Chewie.
And even as a kid, like they elaborate more on Lost Stars, but even as a kid, watching this, like, wait a minute, what you plan for them to get away, so you just let your TIE fighter pilots die?
Yep. Tarkin's evil.
John, when you're at Grand Moff Tarkin's level, okay, human life, it's these kids were going to amount to much anyway, you know?
She knew it.
I
Well,
wonder
she
if
knew
he
they were
put
getting
that in
tracked.
his
Why not
letter
pull
to
over
their
somewhere else?
Parents.
Get rid
We
of the track.
regret to inform you. But
That's what
if
all
it makes
those
you feel
Rogue
any
One
better,
guys
their
died
lives
for
are
is
going to
that.
amount to much anyway.
I don't think the Empire makes house
That's
calls.
a good question.
Like,
You
you know,
Probably
Schnepp,
not.
Schnepp brings he said like that's what all the Rogue One people died for. How many people do you think are going to survive in Rogue One? You think they're all going to crap out?
I think a lot of them are.
Enough of them got to live to get the plans
Yeah.
to Princess Leia.
But
and
again,
not be tortured to like
look, many Bothans died to get them the second Death Star plans.
Yes.
We don't know if it's never really referenced.
That they die, but you assume that they might.
I don't think they did. I think that's what that escape is. You know?
oh weird.
Showing your cards, stupid.
Yeah.
That's a very well done.
Don't
scene.
do it because if you have a kid, he's going to mess up my whole shit.
It's a cool shot.
All right, that's a new shot, I believe.
This is Yavin 4, right?
This is Poe's hometown.
Yep.
I just aimed a gun at nothing.
Just checking the speed.
Yeah.
Who's the speed radar
He's
guy?
got that duck hunt gun.
Now, where did those ships come in and out of? I don't see a lot of big doors.
Is this where they add that scene? Do they add the scene in this?
Big Starlight or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
And well, the awkward scene with the. What's that?
Billions of people are dead, but thank God one chick's alive.
Yeah, and she doesn't even care. That's no time for it right now. Cold-hearted snake. Power up, dude.
Sleep mode.
Turns out the Death Star is just a bunch of random dots.
Yep.
It's one of the first
Let's get
3D
Pac-Man.
graphics ever used in a movie.
Yeah.
Right there, that Death Star.
Doesn't look that intimidating from the dots.
Oh dear,
Thank you, Susie. That'll be all.
we're closing in.
What's a
That
weird-
guy's
that guy
job
get
sucks.
down? Yeah.
His job
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Or
You're up
does
here
it?
for
Maybe
24 hours.
Maybe he's got a lot of weed up there with him.
You better.
Keep an eye out for the enemy. Don't we have like satellites to look out for them?
He should have a lifeguard whistle he twirls.
Where's your boy, Ellis? Look at that guy's hair. It's amazing.
Look at all these dudes.
Yeah, the turn. Cut. What are we making?
I love that. Well, Rainn Wilson, I'll tell you.
I was
does
just
look
going
right,
to
yeah.
say the same
Yeah.
thing.
Leah. Leah.
Look at that droid.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's up?
Is that Dooku?
Is that Mr. B next to Luke?
It's Michael Shannon in the back. Look at him.
It is Michael Shannon.
Yeah. Boom.
I get a line in Star Wars. I'm a Mary Sue.
Yeah, he's a Mary Sue.
Dennis
That's right.
saying, bringing up the Mary Sue.
All right. Yep.
I used to zing womp rats when I was a kid. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Yes.
30 minutes.
Those are very fast minutes.
Also ballsy to keep because I still don't think that Lucas had a full plan throughout Jedi for Vader too. So it was really ballsy to keep him alive at the end because he didn't know there was going to be a sequel.
Right.
And to be able to keep him alive at the end of the first one is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a kid and you watch this movie, really your only takeaway with the villainy is Darth Vader because he's so
that's what I
menacing.
mean,
But as an
Grand
adult
Lord.
watching it, you're like, Grand Moff Tarkin,
Yeah.
the fact that you took that guy out,
Right.
that's a pretty big win.
And the Empire was, especially from the comics and everything, really pissed about Tarkin getting taken out.
Yeah.
Especially the Emperor.
Whoa.
Zing!
That was rather
man.
petty.
Fuck off.
I know, right? That really is an FU look. He said it with like, yeah.
He's like a big dog.
That's a lot of money, though.
I wonder if Han Solo will come back at the end. What do you guys think?
What did he do with all that money, by the
He
way?
just said he doesn't want to go on the mission.
Right.
What did he
He's
do?
not going to do
What
it.
did he do with all the money?
I think he's going to use it to pay off Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
He didn't, though.
And I think that he probably gave it back to the rebellion after the medal he got.
That is a good question, though. He did get the reward. He's just loading it on now. Why didn't he pay off Jabba the Hutt?
That's what you're saying. So, like, he's saying that
He got entrenched with the rebellion. He probably started banging a girl on Yavin for a few months. Then they went to Hoth, set up the base there, and then he's like, "Look, General,
Went
this
to
has been a
Vegas,
blast."
lost a lot of it.
this is it.
Probably what
This is
happened.
such
Oh.
a useless scene.
Yeah, the scene that should have stayed out.
And this, too. Because Biggs holds a lot of weight around there.
Good luck making an inconvenient truth.
If you're watching this for the first time, you've never seen it, who the hell is that guy?
Yeah. Hey, Biggs, your mustache will be a great relief pitcher in the
Yeah.
80s.
All right. Are you Diego Luna?
Good. I have no idea what you said, but good.
Old married couple. I love it.
That guy just hitching a ride.
See, that guy's using his legs.
That guy's using his mustache. None of these guys can carry their own helmets.
Well, you got, I mean,
Whee!
there's a lot of
Sound.
scenes. A guy,
Yeah.
he's loading shit and putting gas in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we get it. Let's go blow up a space station.
How do you learn how to fly an X-Wing so fast?
At least
Mary
one of these,
Sue.
at least one of these guys crashed this thing in the garage.
He says not much different from the things he piloted back on Tatooine.
Whatever. It's I don't. Who cares? It's like people. Ah, God, I hate that. Mary
That
Sue
guy's
thing.
still blazing up
dumb.
in that perch.
That's a lot more X-Wings than you originally saw.
Quick, how many rebel ships did they attack with?
312?
17.
30.
Porky!
Yeah, pork ends.
Pork
Wedge!
stick.
Wedge.
Wedge Antilles.
I want to get a T-shirt made that says the Porkster, but like the Hulk Hogan version of it.
Porkster.
He's already looks like he's sick. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
God.
he was great in Batman.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was Lieutenant
He
Eckhart.
was
right?
Eckhart.
And he was
Yeah.
also in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
Yep. I love that dude.
Yeah, and he's in. Oh no, wait, he craps out in this one.
It just
Oh, he's-
impacted on the surface. That's the same dude.
Yes, I never realized he's just the one that was just talking to Luke just now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all be all right.
Oh, the music score in this part
Do
is awesome.
Really gets you pumped up.
Nice.
Okay, somebody answer me this. Like, so generally when it comes to lightsabers, the good guy has the green or the blue, and then the bad guy's got the red. But in the lasers, it's reversed. Why is that?
Right.
Because
Good
they
call.
think they're good guys. I don't know.
I had to look at you to see what level of conviction you made that statement with.
It's a good question though. Not good shot.
See, everybody's like, just in case, let's get the hell out of here.
Wait, so why aren't the shields up? Oh, because Obi-Wan shut it down, right? They couldn't put the shields back up?
Up, Porkins.
That was just a mechanical malfunction, wasn't it? You didn't even get shot.
We just lost 300 pounds of greatness, guys.
So it's such a weird mixture to see the old special effects then mixed with the 3D.
Yeah.
So that's old. You can tell. You can always tell when it's a new one.
Ah. So they go out with 30 and come back with 1?
I can't remember.
What's that?
They go out with 30 and come back with 1?
Wedge
Two.
survives, so they get
And
2.
I think there was 1 or 2 other ships, and then the couple of the Y-wings.
Do you think Darth Vader's just one of these millionaires? Like he's a horrible pilot, but he's like, oh, I'll fly with you guys. Like, yeah.
Well, he was a good kid pilot.
No, he was a
great
great
mustache.
Oh, that's
I know,
a,
right?
That's
power
a phenomenal
stash right there.
mustache. How dare they not give that guy a line?
I love how excited the TIE fighter guys are when they're shooting. They're like,
Yeah.
they're always moving.
They're so
Yeah,
buoyant.
they're like, come on, you know?
Stop drawing.
It's like light bright, making things with light.
God, I love those TIE fighters.
Wedge Antilles, the first of many
Did we
clutch
ever
shots
see
he'll
Wedge
hit.
outside of the ships in the original trilogy?
The end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you might see him in Empire when they're having the meeting.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But never like any lines or anything.
Yeah.
No, he has lines in the Snowspeeder when he's with Luke, with their attacking the AT-ATs.
Who, Dak?
Wedge.
No, but I mean outside of ships, never on
Outside
foot.
the ships?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
Never.
He shares
This-
a really good handshake with
This shot
Chewie.
for 1977
Oh,
is
man.
just
yeah, so
phenomenally
awesome.
done.
Hey, Michael Shannon.
I know. Like, I love all these guys.
Yep.
That's the lawyer from Making a Murderer. I like in the new Force Awakens where you see little stormtroopers on those giant guns.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. How come there were no Y-wings?
That guy looks just like Michael Shannon.
Good old 1970s graphics. Why is it so quiet?
But you just said put all power to front deflector screens.
Vader's ship is badass.
Yeah.
Wonder if Kylo can fly.
See ya. Man, sorry that guy went out that way.
Luke can fly. Vader can fly. Rey flies. Yeah. There it is. Most quoted line in Star Wars history.
Damn. Goodbye.
Peace out,
Stop
motherfucker. There he is, Tim Curry.
Bad
wanna hear
decision.
Hubris.
What
Yeah.
what the threat is.
I love the Bond villainy.
Yeah, Hux knew when to leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you got Snoke to help him out.
That mustache.
Palpatine.
Holy God, you guys are
That's
right.
You're
the
right.
best.
Look at that. And his hair, too.
Yeah.
Makes
He's
Raleigh.
an anime character.
Yeah. He does, yeah.
He's right out of
He
Macross
was
or
thinking,
something.
remember that board game Guess Who?
Yes. That's exactly what it looks like.
And you must be the Monopoly guy.
That's right. This is what I look like without my top hat. Do it!
See, this guy thinks he's going to be a hero right here.
Well, it's close.
They're about to jack you. Darth Vader has that extra kick-ass TIE fighter with the wings. It's like a bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
I
badass.
just like the pause on that.
Yeah.
The
It's
definition of it. Like a bat.
See, this guy's, he's thinking about the fortune and glory right now.
And
almost there.
See, TIE fighter?
Yeah.
TIE fighter guys like that. Yeah.
It's away.
He looked so happy when he said it too.
Just impacted on the surface.
All right.
Damn. Vader's on him.
I need a hero and he's
yeah.
gotta be strong.
There we go.
Yeah, we're really running out of fighters now, guys.
Great one hair sticking out of Tarkin's side. You see that?
That's his nervous antenna.
Yeah. He's worried about his shoes. He's worried about his brush.
How did Luke suddenly get in charge?
Yeah.
He's the guy who just showed up.
Yeah.
Never
Just like
flown an
Beggar's
X-Wing.
Canyon.
Yep.
Like they know what he's talking about.
He does.
Yeah, he does. What's his name again?
Biggs.
Star Killer?
Starlighter.
Dark light.
Darklighter. Wow, barking orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking
See, this
charge.
this is what a leader does.
Yeah. Hey, guys, know in 30 years from now, I'm going to be living alone on an island?
You know what would make sense but would disappoint fans everywhere is if that gravestone in Force Awakens is Wedge.
Oh.
It's like, oh, it's just my buddy Wedge.
He's like, he was his Wilson.
I've saved my life a half dozen times.
Come out here every day and
He
talk to
talked
him.
to Wedge's skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just his helmet.
It gets really dark, I heard, in episode 8.
Yes,
He's
that's
just
true.
talking
That's
to
it.
broken skull of Wedge.
The whole movie is just Wedge's skull.
And he kicks it around when he walks. Yeah,
Oh, hey, look, we had some great
He
times.
force throws it like that pair
Yeah.
in Attack of the Clones.
Totally.
What? My favorite Darth Vader line. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one line they let David Prowse keep.
Oh.
What?
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 Dad, you just killed my best friend. Kid was an
damn.
asshole.
Look, if you got to go down, though, Darth Vader shooting you out of the sky
Hey.
is not a bad way to
Right.
die.
Yeah.
He didn't know that. Uh-oh.
I remember in some scenes in this, you could see Darth Vader's eyes through his helmet. Yeah, check it out. I don't know if they special editioned them out, but see?
Nope.
I think you're making things up in your head.
I want to.
All right, now look, I've said this before. If I'm one of the guys back on Yavin, this is freaking me out right now.
Hearing
We
Ben
gave
Kenobi.
you a state-of-the-art targeting computer, and you're listening to a dead wizard. He turns it off. Watch this.
Yep.
Listen, they even ask him about it.
Yeah.
His target computer. You turn it
Look,
off.
you turned it off.
Stop interrupting me when I'm talking to my dead friend. What? This is kind of a big shot you're about to take, kid.
Maybe we shouldn't let that Womp Rat kid fly the ship.
Luke, the brass up here is getting a little nervous. Maybe
Yeah.
you use the Force and the targeting computer. How'd that be?
Look, I used to shoot stuff at Beggar's Canyon. F you.
Look, this targeting computer.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Uh-oh.
Here's some more editing equipment. Grass Valley switcher engaged.
He's doing a transition wipe.
See, totally.
There we go. What?
Force is strong with this one.
That's right.
Yeah. If that guy wasn't dead, he was going to be fired.
Yeah.
So he shows up for 1 second, takes one shot, and gets a
Shit.
big shiny medal.
Bam.
There weren't that many survivors to give medals.
That's true.
to.
There it is. Grass Valley Switcher, Womp Rat, engaged.
He took Porkins' medal.
Yeah, you're right. You just got the 2 X-Wings.
And a Y-Wing. 2 X-Wings, a Y-Wing, and the Falcon.
Yeah.
There it is.
Big
Man.
shot.
Big shot. Well done, Luke.
I think he just touched Chewie's junk right there.
I'm all by myself.
There you go.
Okay.
I got it together. It's
Where's
all
he
right.
going? Does that thing have light speed? Doesn't have light
Darth
speed.
Vader's
Where's he
going to
going?
crybaby school because they just lost.
Remember,
Yeah.
shuttle,
what?
he doesn't have light speed, so shuttle's got to
That's
go
what I
in
mean.
and
Like,
meet with
where'd
him.
he go?
Okay, he's going to call her Carrie right
No,
now,
that's what
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He said he did. He said that he didn't.
He
do
said
that.
just said, hey.
Yeah. Same run.
Han's like, I still want the money.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
They don't give a crap about him. He's like, it'll be fine.
Can you imagine like your iPhone got injured in the fight and you're like, I'll get another one.
And if he's
He'll
not,
be
we're
all
gonna
right.
know it.
Whatever.
I'll
Let's
just
go.
transfer my contacts.
Yeah. See if
We're
iTunes.
off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
This is now. I'll
Yes.
never be able to watch the scene again without thinking of that thing. If you guys have never watched this scene without the music in it, with just sound effects, you look it on YouTube.
It's on
one of the-
YouTube.
Those
It's
dudes
one of
look
the funniest
imperial,
things
man.
ever.
Those guys
Yep.
are spies.
Now, do they make Luke's jacket? Because that is a badass
That's right.
jacket.
It's no sound right here.
Yeah, it's like one guy farts.
I love it. No, it's like a little, and then he looks, and then.
Yeah.
Chewie gets nervous in front of people.
He does get a medal. Canon people, he does get a medal.
Who says?
Greg Rucka's novel and the Chewie comic.
Yeah, well, guess what? In the movie, he doesn't.
He doesn't get a medal in the movie.
I was like, what was that? I'll get a scream.
They gave Chewie a medal with the Academy Awards Science and Technical
Yeah,
Awards.
he
that
got
were
it
held.
off
Yeah,
broadcast.
they were held at the Holiday Inn down the street.
There's the mustache.
Yeah.
God, that
Captain
mustache.
it's
There should be
Santa.
two little medals hanging from each side of the mustache.
We got to assume that guy's the actual. He's dead now, right? He's probably the
He's
gravestone.
Admiral Macross.
He's the gravestone that Luke is standing by.
That's right.
The mustache.
He's got two
Yeah.
mustaches.
Yeah. Oh, they really cleaned him up pretty
Yeah,
well.
that was
They
quick.
cleaned up 3PO
Yeah.
too. I mean, he looked like dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the shoes and beef, the beef and shoes and beef.
Let's all just stand around
And,
awkwardly.
Yeah.
Ah!
Clap.
I love
And
it.
the Empire's still around, though. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, we did
We
it.
just beat up. Yeah, we just saved some other planets.
So,
That's it.
I don't get a medal.
Yeah.
That is Star Wars.
And Spaceballs is the first movie Amazon
Yeah,
recommends.
on
So
the
we
watch
watched
list.
it.
Damn right it does. So, closing thoughts, guys?
Still as great as it always
Oh,
was.
so much fun to watch,
Oh.
man.
Because again, like we had a couple complaints about some of the special edition things, but they weren't that noticeable. There's a
No.
couple.
But
The
even more so
NASCAR
than
screening
Jabba
is-
was pretty noticeable.
Yeah, but that's one scene. And
Yeah.
you get once you
Yeah.
get back into the action of it, it's just you understand why this movie was the hit and success that it was.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Especially the time that it came out, nothing on the planet was like this film. And this film changed everything.
And I think that the people who are complaining The Force Awakens is too similar to this need to go back and watch episode 4 because there's a lot of similar shades, but a lot of the story points are very, very
Definitely.
different.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, guys, that'll do it for us for Star Wars A New Hope commentary. We will be back again. Give us a couple weeks. We'll get The Empire Strikes Back knocked out and then Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
So for Mark and Schnepp and Kristian and myself, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed. And may the Force be with you.
Always.
Chewie's a dog.
It's Harrison wearing gloves.
What?
Hand dies.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.